Sunrise leaning on a tin roof line, frost on the grass, breath showing in the pine. Daddy didn't talk much at the break of day, just poured black coffee and walked his way. Boot prints leading where the timber thins. I was half his size, trying to walk like him. He didn't need words for the lessons he gave, some stories a child learns by the way a man behaves. And oh, those Timberline mornings, cold when calling a boy to grow. He taught me strength without ever speaking, by the things he carried and the things he let go. Yeah, I learned more from the quiet beside him than any sermon from a preacher might bring. Timberline morning, where I learned what a good man means. He'd stop and listen to the world wake up, hand on a fence post, steam rising from his cup. Said, son, the land will tell you what it needs today. Then he'd thin old branches and clear the way. He taught me patience, cutting fallen wood, how to leave things better if you ever could. And though he didn't speak of the storms he faced, I saw the weathered courage etched across his face. And oh, those Timberline mornings, cold when calling a boy to grow. He taught me strength without ever speaking, by the things he carried and the things he let go. Yeah, I learned more from the quiet beside him than any sermon from a preacher might bring. Timberline mornings, where I learned what a good man means. Now I'm older, and I still hear his footsteps in the wild out here. And every time the dawn breaks through, I feel his hand in the work I do. Oh, those Timberline mornings still call my name in the early cold. He gave me truth without ever preaching, just a steady heart and a steady soul. Yeah, I carry those quiet miles beside him in every story that my heart still sings. Timberline mornings, where I learned what a good man means. Morning started slow in our old house, sunlight sneaking in like it was trying not to wake us. Mama at the table with her Bible in her cup, steam from the coffee rising just like her prayers did up. She said, baby, life ain't something you can force to grow. You water what you love and you trust what you don't know. I learned more from the story she told before noon than I ever did from any book in school. Mama's table talk, that's where the world will make sense, where the hard days soften and the good Lord felt close again. Every laugh, every tear, every truth she spoke shaped the way my heart learned how to hope. Yeah, I carry those lessons everywhere I walk. Mama's table talk. Tell me about her daddy working double shifts, how he come home tired but still find something left, about the neighbor kids who never had enough to eat, how she'd sneak them extra biscuits wrapped up neat. When she talk about the heartbreak she survived, how she learned that forgiveness keeps your soul alive. Love's a choice, not a feeling. You'll learn that someday. She'd smile and sip a coffee in that gentle mama way. At mama's table talk, that's where the world made sense, where the hard days softened and the good Lord felt close again. Every laugh, every tear, every truth she spoke shaped the way my heart learned how to hold me. I carry those lessons everywhere I walk, from mama's table talk. Now I'm older, and I swear I hear her voice every time life hands me one of those heavy choice days. And when I sit down with my kids at the table, her wisdom settles in like it never went away. Mama's table talk still tells me who to be, still calms down the storms that try and get the best of me. I hear her laugh, her tears, her grace in the dark, a quiet flame burning steady in my heart. Yeah, I walk through life with a brighter spark, 'cause of mama's table talk. Daddy'd sit quiet when the day got long, thumb on his coffee cup, mind already gone. He'd say, boy, I wish you'd met the man I knew, hard as a winter, but honest through and through. Said he worked one fields till his hands turned stone, raised up a family on muscle and bone. I'd watch the way Daddy's voice got soft and true when he talked about the man my daddy knew. He wasn't a hero in a storybook line, just a man who stood tall when life wasn't kind, passed down a spine made of iron and truth. I see it in my daddy, so I guess it's in me too. 3 generations learning what a good man can do from the man my daddy knew. Daddy told me about the storms that man faced, how he'd walked through trouble with a steady pace. Said he'd bury his anger out back by the shed and plan forgiveness in his place instead. Told me about the nights when money ran thin, how his daddy still found ways to tuck them in. Some the world breaks some and the rest break through. He learned that from the man my daddy knew. He wasn't a hero in a storybook line, just a man who stood tall when life wasn't kind, passed down a spine made of iron and truth. I see it in my daddy, so I guess it's in me too. 3 generations learning what a good man can do from the man my daddy knew. Daddy's gone, and I'm older than he was. In the stories he shared beneath that porch light buzz. Funny how a man you never got to see can still shape the man you turned out to be. He wasn't a hero in a storybook line, but he taught his son how to carry the light. Daddy passed it down in the things he'd do, in the quiet love, in the follow through. And now I stand here trying to live it true, for the man my daddy knew. Mama used to say, don't wander past the mill. That river's got a way of teaching lessons hard and real. Daddy'd not quite stare off past the pines, like he saw something there that never left his mind. Said he lost a friend on a muddy spring day. Flood came fast and swept him away. They carved his name in an old oak limb where the wild river bends. Where the wild river bends, you can feel the stories breathing in the wind. A place that'll take what you don't defend, where boys turn into men. Yeah, some memories fade, some stay like kin, down where the wild river bends. Daddy told me once how he stood on that bank with a heart full of fear and a soul full of thanks. Said, boy, that river taught us all to respect things bigger than us that we can't protect. Mama said she kissed him there after a fight. Said the river made the wrong words feel right. Funny how danger and love both begin where the wild river bends. Where the wild river bends, you can feel the stories breathing in the wind. A place that'll take what you don't defend, where boys turn into men. Yeah, some memories fade, some stay like kin, down where the wild river bends. I walked there myself when I turned 22, just to see if the stories my folks told were true. Brother, I swear the place talked to me too, like it carried their voices in the water's blue. Where the wild river bends, time folds back like an old trusted friend. I heard my daddy's words again and again. respect what you can't comprehend. Now stand and pray as the daylight thins down where the wild river bends. Mama used to say love ain't fireworks and wine. It's the long, slow seasons when life ain't kind. Daddy would chuckle, shake his head with a grin. Son, the real work starts after the honeymoon ends. They fought their storms like sailors on deck, sometimes with prayer, sometimes with stubborn necks. But Lord, they held on through the rain and the pressure. That's the love we weathered. That's the love we weather, the kind you earn, not find. Built through heavy storms and stitched with sacrifice and time. They showed me love ain't easy, but easy love don't last forever. I learned what faith in each other means from the love we weather. Mama told me once when the bills ran thin, how we made it through that year I'll never know again. Daddy worked late, kept his worries inside. Said a man ain't broke till he lets go of his pride. They patched their troubles like an old quilt seam, fighting for a future neither one could see. And when life pressed hard, they pressed harder together. That's the love we weathered. That's the love we weather, the kind you earn, not find. Built through heavy storms and stitched with sacrifice and time. They show me love ain't easy, but easy love don't last forever. I learned what faith in each other means from the love we weather. Gone, and I see so clear how they chose each other every hard year. They taught me love ain't magic, it's choosing the fight, standing your ground in the darkest night. That's the love we weather, the kind that time makes strong. Two imperfect people just trying to get it right all along. When my own storms rise, I hear their voices echo together. Hold on, hold tight, and stand through any weather. Yeah, I walk this world a little better for the love we weather. Daddy had a workbench older than me, held together by rust, hope and memories. He'd smooth rough boards with a steady hand, saying, son, take your time if you want to understand. Never talked much, but he showed me true. Some lessons speak louder in the things men do. Every scarred board, every nail he drove straight, held a little truth in the lines of the grain. Lessons in the grain, in the wood, in the work, and the ache, and the slow, patient hands that shape what a good man makes. He taught me strength ain't loud, it's steady and it's plain, all in the quiet stories hidden in the grain. He'd say, see how the knots make the board look worn? That's where life tried to break it before it was formed. Told me a man's heart's kinda built that way, strong where it's tested and been in the fray. He'd fix what was broken, never threw things out. Said worth ain't measured by the world's first doubt. And even now I hear him when hard times strain. Pay attention to the lessons in the grain, lessons in the grain, in the wood and the work and the ache, in the slow patient hand that shape what a good man makes. He taught me strength ain't loud, it's steady and it's plain, all in the quiet stories hidden in the grain. Now I'm older with my own life's wood to plane, and I swear I feel his hands guiding mine again. There's a rhythm in the work that calms the pain, a whisper from the past saying, do it right, son. Not fast, son, lessons in the grain, still teaching me through the years how to stand, how to bend, how to push through doubt and fear. Every piece of wood I shape feels like he's beside me again, passing down the quiet wisdom in the lines of the grain. Mama kept her Bible by the windowsill, pages soft and warm from every worry she'd feel. Sunday mornings felt quiet, safe and blessed, with Mama humming hymns in her Sunday best. Her hands were tired but her heart shined bright. She'd light the whole house with her gentle light. Said hope ain't loud, baby, it's steady and blessed. And she'd smile through the grace of her Sunday best. Mama's Sunday best, a heart dressed up in grace, face stitched in every step, peace written on her face. The world felt small and safe when she prayed for us to rest. Lord, I learned what heaven meant in Mama's Sunday best. Tell me stories about angels unaware, how kindness was a seed God answered in prayer. Said love ain't perfect, but love tries its best. And she'd press that truth into my stubborn chest. When life looked heavy, she lifted with a song, humming second chances when the nights felt long. And even now when my heart feels stressed, I hear her voice wrapped in her Sunday best. Mama's Sunday best, a heart dressed up in grace, face stitched in every step, peace written on her face. The world felt small and safe when she prayed for us to rest. Lord, I learned what heaven meant in Mama's Sunday best. Now I'm older and I see her ways in the quiet strength of my own hard days. I carry her love like a prayer in my chest, a gift she left me in her Sunday best. Mama's Sunday best, still guiding me through storms, still teaching me to lift my head. When the world feels worn, I feel her grace inside my step, even when I'm feeling less, 'cause she taught me what love looks like in her simple Sunday best. I grew up listening on the old porch rail to the stories my folks told like a living trail. Mama's soft laughter, Daddy's quiet pride, those tales rooted deep in the man I'd grow inside. They taught to love storms and the roads they'd climb, and each story echoed through my heart in time. Back then I didn't know those words were mine, those songs from the Timberline. Songs from the Timberline, carried through the wind and pine, woven through the years I've lived in every choice, in every climb. Voices from the ones who came before this life of mine. I'm just singing what they gave me, songs from the Timberline. Daddy's lesson lived in the work he'd do, teaching strength without a word or two. Mama gave me grace when the night felt long, told me faith grows roots when your heart feels wrong. And the river stories they whispered at night taught me danger and love both shape your life. Now I hear their footsteps walking through mine, in these songs from the timberline. Songs from the timberline, carried through the wind and pine, woven through the years I've lived in every choice, in every climb. Voices from the ones who came before this life of mine. I'm just singing what they gave me, songs from the timberline. Now I look at my kids with the stories I hold, wonder which ones they'll cherish when they grow old. And I pray the best parts of the ones I knew will live in the songs they carry too. Songs from the timberline, guiding me like a familiar sign. I hear my parents in the quiet times, in the river wind, in the whispered lines. I'm just passing down the truth they shine. Songs from the timberline, yeah, I'm singing what they gave me, songs from the timberline.